Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, John. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm great, Mr. Moretta. Nice to be with you.
Good to see you. Today's John's first time doing the pre-market show, so welcome and covering for Peter. And usually John, who does the other John, who does this show. But man, I appreciate you being on and helping us out through the morning show today. As to the part of the other group is out doing other things. So thank you for jumping on, man. Really appreciate it, guys. Quick look at our gappers list, then we'll take a look at the U.S. economic calendar, core PPI, and all that stuff today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think Trump is doing the belt today at the market. So that's obviously going to
Yeah,
be a
he
good thing
is.
for the markets. They like him. Yeah, they love him. So, he's does things very well there as far as the market goes in corporate America. But Gappers list this morning, guys, pretty balanced out. Not crazy swings. We have a couple of things in the green here. That we're very familiar with. HUD, we this a WHLR, we've seen that before plenty of times. Uber's on here. So we'll see what's happening there. Gapping down, we got a couple of more. Again, not an overly overwhelming list here. Very, very calm at the moment. But man, there's some moves yesterday. We'll talk about this a little bit. But first, let's get to core PPI data, guys. Our U.S. economic calendar. John's going to take you through it. And what we have this morning.
Well, let's see. We do have 4, 5, 8:30 events, initial jobs claims. I'm not seeing. This is the forecast. Where's the actual? It's not popping up on Market Watch. Do you have that in Market
Okay,
Watch?
all right. Let me pull it up here. Uh,
I think the
we'll pull it up.
forecast was the forecast was 220,000 on that. The PPI forecast is 0.2%. The core PPI is 0.2%. But it
That's is.
hasn't.
Are you giving me the forecast, or that's the actual
No, that's the forecast.
forecast? Okay, all right.
Actual
Let me get the
is
actual.
I'm not getting it. It's not coming up. At least not yet. Let me refresh
All right,
this
let
and
me
see.
uh let me check over here. Just gonna refresh. All right, let's see what we have. Yeah. Oh, my information is not refreshing either, so I'm not sure what's going on
Ah,
my end also. All right, here it is. 242 versus 221. Yeah,
220 I have
that's
here.
no, I don't see that. I see that in chat, but I don't see that in my list either. So something's taking a little bit to refresh your friends. We'll get the numbers and see how the market reacts. Right now, I have the SPY. The reaction at the moment not great. It's not doing anything. Pretty flat for the most part. Data. See what we got here, Paul. You have the numbers. You core PPI. Yeah, it's an actual 2 and then 3. No, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it looks pretty flat to me. All right, cool. We'll get better data on what's actually the numbers are. Right now, I'm showing 242. So, sorry, this is correct. 242 is the actual to 224. Some people had 220, 221. I mean, and then we also have zero point 0.2, which comes in right in line with the medium forecast, which is zero point 0.2 as well on the forecast. So pretty much in line. Core PPI itself 3.4, and the medium was around 3.2 in some areas. So pretty much flat. The SPY's not giving you a whole lot of movements right now, as you're seeing here. But we'll see how this plays out later in the day. But given that, man, we had such a great trading day yesterday. Let's take a look at some
What
of
a
the stuff
week.
that we had yesterday. What was that? What was
I
that,
said, what a
John?
week. What a week.
Oh, it's yeah, it's been awesome. It's been so good. I mean, you're getting all kinds of moves. No matter what type of trader you are, there's something there out for you. Here's PRTR. We'll take a quick look at our gappers list from yesterday. What a beautiful short. I mean, this thing just dropped and never looked back. So gave you a nice short there. And then look at the range. It recovers from like 68 all the way to 73. So that was a nice one. Tesla made a lot of people's days, mine's included. I had a little rough time in the morning, but in the afternoon got very, very nice moves out of this one. I mean, just the move here, 402 to 422. I think Elon becomes like the first 400 something millionaire, whatever it is, some crazy number. This obviously helping him and his digits. Again, just incredible moves for us as day traders. AI was the only one that was pretty crappy. Like I expected better from AI. The
Yeah.
pre-market action looked great. Is it 400 billion, right? 400 billion, man. That is
Yeah, I just read that
it's
as
awesome.
well. That, that he's worth 400 billion now. That's ridiculous.
It's with a capital B. That is insane. SMCI also didn't trade so well. This is one of our good old buddies that's been getting great volume. But today, yesterday was not their day. We had Amazon with a nice, beautiful breakout. Then it went flat for the rest of the day. So it just gave you this, and after that, not much action there. But again, if you're looking at it early in the morning, you could have taken advantage. And then Google, we talked about Google not being a great trading stock, intraday trading stock at times. But yesterday we had it front and center. Their pre-market action looked good. Their day looked good after the gap up. And just when we thought that was not going to go all crazy, look what it does, man. It goes from 185 all the way to 195. A $10 move on Google is a really big move. These stocks don't move that much. So again, you yesterday, whatever you had on deck, I mean, this is just my list. I'm sure you guys had other great tickers as well. I mean, there was just so many great opportunities, and not just in the market open, even later in the day. Look at Nvidia, beautiful high of day breakout. I hope John caught this. I wasn't around at this time, but I hope he caught this breakout here. Again, you name it, it was there for you guys. So hopefully you took a lot of advantage of that. All right, John, let's dive into what's happening now. I'm going to read us some tickers. If you got some news on it, let me know. Just cut me off and we'll look at what's the headlines. First one on deck is WHLR. This is WHLR. We'll pull it up. It's Wheeler Real Estate. We've seen this stock here many, many times. I don't like the way it trades. I think the intraday action on these real estate companies are probably the worst. So I usually stay away from them. Is there any news, John, on this? I mean, I don't. It doesn't look great, man. It's got some volume. Can short it, hard to borrow. I mean, there's nothing fun here at the moment. But any news, just in case?
I don't see anything on Finviz. It did have on the 7th earnings, I think, or at least a snapshot of earnings, and it dropped like 6%. So I'm not seeing anything that would cause Wheeler to move unless I go to another website. But nothing interesting.
Yeah,
A
and
downgrade.
that's okay, man. This is Yeah, I mean, this thing has been highway to hell. If you look at the daily, I mean, they were hanging out at 35, 40, with some really wild swings. I do remember them being on the gappers list when they were doing all this madness here, getting a lot of attention. But since then, just look, it's been horrible. So that's okay. If there's not any major news, that's fine. Again, I'm really not interested in trading this one. I mean, this thing trades horrible. And today, given what we've seen so far with a lot of our usual suspects, this is one that I'm not rushing to put on the list. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look at the next one on here. It's going to be our ZENA. So this is up 20%. So nice gap up here, 20%, 7.7 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. Is it on SSR as well? Let me just take a look here. Why would it be on SSR? I guess because the sell-off yesterday. This didn't seem that big yesterday, but it is on SSR this morning. Hard to borrow. Again, just not something that I would normally look at. The float on this one, by the way, 8.2 million shares float. John, what we got going on this one?
Well, I think Mr. Hills talked a little bit about this yesterday, at least the subject of anything that has the word quantum in it. And this is a quantum computing company. So anything with quantum seems to be the current rage. So I don't understand quite what the hell they do, but it says, let's see here. Quantum classical computing disrupting weather forecasting while creating a billion market. What the hell? Uh, it's more technological innovation, I suspect, and it's valued at it was valued at 2.39 billion in 2022. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and this low flow stock again. Just be careful on it. Day looks to be very active over the last couple of weeks. Went from $1, whatever this is, over all the way to 12. Then we're just kind of hanging right back down on $6 or $7. So that's what we have there on Xena. Again, just I look at my list yesterday, and I could probably put the same tickers back on here, and they're all going to be much better than this garbage. So we'll leave this one alone today.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at there's a garbage truck for Xena and Wheeler Real Estate so far. Let's take a look at HUD. So
Yeah.
HUD is up 17%. Nice gap up this morning.
I'm looking at the information that was posted on the 5th and 6th of this month. And, I don't know whether this is hype or an ad, but it says why HUT is among the best Bitcoin and blockchain stocks to buy. So.
Gotcha. So maybe some kind of upgrade, maybe, because that could pump it up a little bit. But yeah, man, they're active today, up 17%, 1 million shares traded. I mean, all December and a part of November, or almost came out more.
This Tesla cars are really Austin, and he said these Waymo cars are everywhere, including those robots.
So I wonder where that is, but yeah, there it is.
With all of these vehicles are all, thousands of years in the future, whatever the hell it is, just like Star Wars. It's so interesting to see this in a series like Star Wars, where they're kind of taking this to the next level.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
1 sec.
All right, we'll check.
Yeah.
They picked a pretty nice brand for a
error report every time.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you could hear me when I was telling